Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, and Shalom to the elect out there pushing this word, man. You know, just wanted to get into a topic about these other nations, these heathen nations. Now, the chosen nation on earth is Israel. You know, Yasha Allah, which is the princes of the power. Okay, they're chosen by the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, which is the God of heaven and earth, man. You know, so the scriptures, if you go into the Bible talks about separation, and also the sons of Israel being exalted as a nation. You know, but in this current time, under the captivity of Esau, the so-called white man, we're looked down upon as the worst piece of shit on earth, basically, by all these nations, because they're all under the vibration of Esau. You know, they all look down on us. But we're gonna go into basically, you know, why, you know, for edification, why that is, and also what's to come, man. Because we're in the end times right now, you know. So, brother, you wanna open with that scripture?
This is Jeremiah 2:14. It says, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?"
Israel's spoiled at the moment, man. But the scriptures say, "What is he a homeborn slave?" Well, actually, we're meant to be the rulers of this earth, man. We're meant to be the rulers of the galaxies, man. You know, underneath Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, but at the moment we're a slave. Why? Yeah. So the scriptures asking, why is this nation? Why are we spoiled? And if you go into that chapter more, it's going to basically explain it. But we're going to jump around a little bit because the scriptures say precept upon precept. It's going to explain that it's because we went off. You know, we basically transgressed against the Lord, because the Lord set us up to be a beautiful, you know, people that feared Him, man. Yeah. You know, but we didn't follow that, man. That's right. You know, I'll get the scripture for you can go break it down.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all these commandments and these statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee."
Right, so basically saying, the Lord said, add about 14 verses of, you know, hey, do this is going to be a blessing, that's going to be a blessing. All the carnal desires that we want. All we had to do was follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, right? But we didn't. And therefore, the scripture is basically saying there, look, if we don't, if we don't follow the laws, then this is what happened, and that is what has happened, right? If you got if you're busy, let me get it as well. We've got verse 37.
Verse 37.
37. Yeah.
Now this is verse 37. "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee."
Right. So everywhere where the Lord has sent us, right, everywhere where JKs were an astonishment, were a proverb and a byword. Right, amongst these white boys were niggers, amongst these Arab boys that are bead. Right, and I'm sure amongst all the other nations that I'm not mentioning, they've got names for us as well.
Yeah.
Right? So we're an astonishment and a byword. A nigger doesn't amount to shit. You know, a nigger, you know, Jake walks with his hoodie up. He's a thug, he's this, he's that, but it's cold. It's winter, it's cold. I want to keep my ears warm.
That's it. And the one way that the Lord basically brought us down is by, it says in the curses that the Lord basically raised up our enemies, man, against us, you know, because they ain't shit. They ain't gonna really come against us, the sons of God, like that, man. Yeah. We're a powerful people, you know, and we're a great multitude as well. But hey, the Lord raised up our enemies, man, you know, to come against us and to basically spoil us. You know, that's why we're in the situation we're in now, and He used His sword to do that, you know. You got something?
No, you're good.
This is Psalms chapter 83. "Keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people," which are the Israelites, "and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance." And it isn't. Right now, it isn't. It's only the prophets that are pushing it, man.
You know? Let me get you a precept.
Right now, it's just the prophets pushing that, man. So they've most of the people are in darkness. They don't know that most of our people, man. They're in darkness, and they're going to remain in that darkness, man, until they're destroyed.
Yeah, just off the back of what you said, it says Jeremiah 17:4 says, "And now even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and that will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. And once again, this is right on point, because we're talking about why these things have happened. And Lord here says, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. And how did we do that? We went off. Right, so let's just break that down and get it now. Even ourselves shall discontinue from thine heritage. The brother was going into. We don't remember who we are anymore. You know, Jake is everything under the sun apart from a Hebrew Israelite. Right, the right way as well. You know, it says, and I'll cause you to serve thine enemies. And that's what we've done. Yeah. And because of that, that's why these nations look down upon us. That's right, man. Like I said, the Arabs call us a bead. You know, so-called white man calls us niggas. We're all basically slave terms.
That's it, man. Bywords that is got used behind the curses, and you know, Esau really, like Esau were called Gad, like Red Indians, but he's really Edom means red, so and Indian means savage, so he's really the red savage. Yeah. You know, he'll call Judah, Benjamin, Levi black, you know, but he's really the one that's in darkness. He's in blackness. Yeah. You know, we're the ones that are gonna wear the white robes, man. We're the ones that are the pure. You know,
he's the ultimate nigger, as he say, because the scriptures say, "Ye of your father the devil."
That's right, man.
Right, and these devils, hey, it's Jake, 2/3 Jake, they're going to be destroyed, man. All the things they do, right? They kill their brother. Right? What did Esau do? He killed his brother. He said, "For what you call it, the days of my mourning for my father at hand, and then I will kill my brother." That's Esau for you, man.
Yep. You got something?
No.
Let me finish off Psalms 83. The tabernacle. So they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. It's about to go into the different nations, man. The tabernacles of Edom, you know, being the chief enemy. Yeah. You know, the
mentioned
devil.
First.
That's right. And the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek. You know, and he keeps going, man. So, hey, all these nations are against us, man, and they all look down upon us. Wherever Jake go in the world, they look down upon is like nothing, man. It's like pigeons. You know, pigeons. We were talking about this one time when we were going to the museum. Yeah. Pigeons, man, they look down upon, but a pigeon is of the dove family, man, and the Lord talks about that he chose the dove. Yeah. You know, so hey, is not the Lord's chosen Israel, you know, but pigeons are seen as flying rats. Yeah. You know, so that goes to show, man. You got something?
No.
Okay. I'll get into this. So this is Lamentations chapter 2, verse 5. The Lord was an enemy. He have swallowed up Israel. So the Lord came against us. You know, that's what he raised up. He raised up our enemies, because the reason why enemies got raised up soon Psalms 83 is because the Lord was basically going against us, man. The Lord didn't, you know, the Lord did what he had to do to punish us. The Lord was an enemy. He have swallowed up Israel. He have swallowed up all her palaces. He have destroyed his strongholds, and have increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation. You know, that's what's happening. You know, all those years of slavery, all the Roman Empire coming in and different empires taking over. You know, hey, you know, we've always been getting destroyed, man. You know. You say you was getting something?
Yeah, because you basically mentioned about how these other nations have been used to deal with us, right? It says, Psalm 17 and 13 says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Right? You look at Esau, man. Esau's the one that's been blessed with the sword, and he's using it in its excellency against Jake, right? In all manner of wickedness that he's doing, but more so in the times to come, right? Where he's going to be, you know, releasing all his lab experiments against Jake's, whether it's, you know, missiles or, you know, new types of weaponry we've not heard of, or his biological weapons, right? Because he's got Jake with the abortion, right? You look at the stats, something like Jake make up the minority, but then when you look at abortion, it's the majority Jakes, whether it's the black woman or the Latino woman.
You finished on that?
Yeah, that was
yeah. So I'll just go back to Lamentations 2, verse 6. And he have violently taken away his tabernacle, as if it were of a garden. He have destroyed his places of the assembly. The Lord have caused the solemn feasts and the Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion, and have despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priest. The Lord have cast off his altar. He have abhorred his sanctuary. He have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces. Right? If I just jump down a little bit, to verse where is it? Verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Go on.
Because the thing is, Apostle will talk about bringing this to life when you read it. Right? So you reread it again, I'll act out what they do.
Right. All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Look at so shit. Better go and rob some.
They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, what are these blacks doing on the road?
Yep.
What are these blacks doing? What have they got to say? What have they got to say?
Yep.
You know, that's how they come up to us. You know?
And the thing is, Jake can't have income. I remember, bro was telling me about a film where basically talking about fake bags and real bags, right? Talking to a Jake, and the Jake's like, look, it don't matter if I buy the real bag. They're just gonna think it's fake anyway. What's the point? Each time whenever Jake has anything good, he's either a drug dealer. See a Jake in a nice car, right? Let's say it's the kind of Jake that don't like wearing a suit. He just likes wearing tracks. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Bro, we see a Jake in a nice car, I bet he's a drug dealer. Yeah, he's a drug dealer. That's the only way he can afford it. Because according to Esau as well, right, that's the only way Jake can...
Jake is poor.
Yeah.
That's
how Jake, yeah.
You know, but the Lord says, blessed be the poor, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You done?
I'm done.
Oh, okay, no, so like I meant like in the point.
Yeah.
I'll go back into the verse. I'll read the verse again, actually.
Yeah.
This verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Yeah.
The joy of the whole earth. You know? Hey, I remember when I was first... I'll give a testament, man. You know? About my very own father. Right? I was... when I first come into this truth, man, I told him... I pointed out at Jake and I said, Dad, you know, that's the chosen people, man. That's the head tribe, you know. And you know what he said? He looked at him and then his pants were sagging down and he said, Him? Him? You know? But hey, I understand why he said that. But at the same time, it's like, that's how people see us.
Yeah.
Because obviously, my dad thinks he's, you know, so-called white or whatever. You know, he thinks he's what he is. But, they don't realize, man. Jake don't realize. You know, the other nations that are confusion of faces, they're looking at Judah down like that, man. You know, where actually they're the same oppressed people.
Yep, and that's the beauty of what the Lord has done, because the Lord has taken men from all walks of life, and said, hey, here's the greatest gift on earth. Man, they might have been doing all manner of wickedness, but guess what? They turned their lives around and said, look, man, I'm gonna put that to the side. Gang banging, you know, I'm gonna put that to the side, man. You know, I'm sure we've all seen certain brothers that just look rough, right? The Lord has basically said, look, man, I'm gonna polish you up. You know, I'm gonna use you to teach the ministry, man. Right? And he's taken brothers that aren't from that background and used them. Right? But then you got, you know, hey, that's for me. That's just something I always find beautiful, man.
Okay.
You know, it ain't just one size fits all.
That's the body, man. That's it.
If I may. Let me try to find this real quick. Right, it says 1 Corinthians 1:26, 1:25 says, because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And when people see us up there at the camp, man, you know, and the thing is, you can see it. You get these white boys that will come up, right? These Edomites that will come up, rather. That's a more accurate term, right? And then they'll try to go into scripture or go into politics or go into history because all they see is niggas, right? And then soon, real quick, they're like, oh shit.
And then their intelligence gets questioned.
Yep.
Everything they thought they knew gets questioned, right? And then they're like, because like you said, when they come up and they think they've already got a certain idea in their mind, and then they get, oh shit, these guys actually know what the hell they're talking about. Not only that, they're cutting me on what I thought I knew. Then but pride.
Yeah.
Pride goes before a fall.
Can't.
You know.
Right. Right, it says, but the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And in this world, so-called white man's the white is the wise one, right? You know, he created the atomic bomb. You know, however wise that was.
Well, you learn how to split the atom.
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to put it back together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. He's wise, you know, because he's polluting the air he breathes and the water he drinks. Right, it goes on to say, and the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Because look, you got to understand, Esau's all manner of weaponry to just get rid of us. And Esau has the power to come through, you know, and you know how Esau do. Esau will crash a whole plane just to kill one guy. Esau could easily drop a bomb on Oxford Circus on the camp day just to kill all of us. Right, kill 1,000 people in the process. Yeah. But just so he can get us, he can do that.
But the same way the Lord brought up our enemies against us, he's also keeping them at bay, man.
That's and that's right. So in this war, if this was a carnal thing, right, we're the weak ones.
We'd lose.
And that's what I'm trying to get to, because end of the day, man, this is a spiritual battle, right? And in the eyes of the world, we're the weak ones, right? In Esau's mind, we're the weak ones. The Lord is going to say, touch not mine anointed.
That's it. He's going to build us up, man.
Yep.
What precept? Yeah. Right, this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that, and we're in the last days. We're going to come to that point where it's going to be the transition. We're in a transitional period, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. Mountains representing governances, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right? And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, our ways, which are the Lord's ways, the commandments, the statutes. And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law, reiterating the point, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Right? And that's the point, man. So, hey, the Lord's going to basically establish us in these end times, man. And then all these nations that are looking down at us, there's going to be a role reversal. Esau, because you're reading about Esau, they look at him like he's dumb. Like he's a piece of shit. Is this the man that shook the kingdoms?
Yeah, that's right.
Because they're going to be looking at Israel, and they're going to be thinking, the women are going to be saying, oh, I want to suck that rod. The men are going to be bowing down, man. These Arabs that look at you on the street or somewhere, they're going to give you their wives. I mean, not their wives, so like let's say their daughters, to be your wives, and so on, not wives, but concubines, so on and so forth, man. So we're going to get all these we're going to get all the treasures, all the things that Esau stole, he's going to give back.
For me, the thing that gets me is when you look at what the scripture you mentioned in Isaiah about we're going to look at Esau like, is this the man? The nation will look at Esau like, is this the man? That's exactly how we look at them Somalis, swatting flies. But they were one of the greatest kingdoms on earth.
Yeah, a lot of the shit that the so-called white man does, is Babylonian concepts, come from them.
Yeah. Yeah, now, like I said, now they're swatting flies. We're all looking at what these Somalis got to say.
That's it. Right, I've got this next scripture. You can go into it. Yeah, this is Hosea chapter 1. I'll start from 7, just get into it, a bit of meat. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their power. Right, this is verse Hosea 1 and 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by Yahweh their power, and will not save them by...
Save, right? So you said magic word, save.
That's right.
Right? So what's Yahweh Shai's name?
Yeah, he saves.
He saves, right? Now, read that again from the top.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah.
Right, so the Lord's going to have mercy on the house of Judah. Right, in the house of Israel.
That's right.
Ultimately. Right, so I don't know where these other nations be trying to squiggle in there. Right, so read that for me out.
Again?
Yeah.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by Yahweh their power. I will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
Right, so basically saying when this thing comes to pass, right, ain't gonna be no
we ain't gonna
be fighting. So they say,
well, we are gonna lay down the smackdown, but first it's the spiritual part of the battle. Now when she had weaned Lo-Ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said Yahweh, call his name Lo-Ami, which means, I believe, no people. For ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet,
right. So basically, it's like, and I think from that, if you read that, you therefore got to read Romans 9
can't get
as well. So basically, the Lord said, "Look, man, Israel, you ain't mine anymore. I'm done with you. I'm done with you." Which is why, when you read Romans 9, that's important. If you get up
from the top or
from the verse 3.
Right. This is Romans 9:3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach. Okay. Well,
yeah.
For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption.
Right, and this is the adoption that we're talking about, because the Lord said, "Look, I ain't gonna deal with you anymore. But through Yahweh Shai, we've been adopted back to into would you call it, to be one with Yahweh Shai, Yahweh again.
Yeah.
Right, it's through Yahweh Shai, which is why Yahweh Shai is so important. Huh?
The mediator.
The mediator.
It's like, you know, when you go into a courtroom, you got the judge. The judge, you know, meant to represent the ultimate judge, the Most High.
Yeah.
And our high priest, you know, from the order of Melchizedek, that's Yahweh Shai, and he's basically fighting our case for us to the judge, you know. And I think he's the high priest. I think the priests in Israel were Levi, you know, Lawa, as in the law. So that all ties in, man. It all ties in. The Lord's fighting our battle for us. He says in the scriptures, it says, if you deny the Lord before men, then he'll deny you to the Lord, to the Yahweh Shai. That's why we come out there and what we preach, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That's what we preach, you know, just as the prophets of old, you know. So anyone that goes against that, like these Christians and different sects that don't believe in the Lord in the right way, as the scripture has said, they're all going to get destroyed because the Lord ain't going to vouch for them. That's right. So
yeah, that's cool. You can get back to Hosea. That was the comment I wanted to get.
This is back in Hosea. Right. Verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Right, which is why you need to get this concept of the what you call it? It's a lot of foreigners correct in your head, right? Because if Esau wanted to, he could just round up every black person he could find and destroy them.
Yeah.
Right. But then what about all the Israelites that look, that look like other nations, man? You know, which is why you got to be a spiritual man. But that's basically how Israel has become, what you call it, as the sand of the sea. So whenever we went to war, we'd have sex, right? So you consider, for instance, I always make this point, right? Let's say we went to war in, the men would go to war, right? Then we go to war in Tarshish, you know, that's modern day Spain or whatever. Right? While we're at war there, we finish war, we've killed off all the men, right? And now we want to have sex. But we left all our women back. Yeah, we left all our women back where they were. Yeah. And all the women we can deal with are the women that are there. So what you go and do? You go and pop them, do what you got to do, and then dip off.
Saw that in Vikings.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Fucking up the village. And once the war was over, they take the women.
Yeah.
You know? Yet the number of children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people. Yeah, so that like the nations look down on us. We're not seen as the chosen. You know, in this place of our captivity, all around the different isles of the world, man. Mainly over there in Babylon in America, and over here, like, you know, in one of the frogs, unclean frogs, over in London and UK, all around the world, man. Jacob spread all around the world. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. You know, and what is a son of a living power if Yahweh Shai is the king? You know, his sons are princes. That's why we're called princes of God. You know, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. So that's why we've got the 12 tribes sign out there. We're bringing Judah and Israel together, man. Okay, you know, this ain't no, you know, Judah. It's not just about that, man. This is about bringing the whole nation of Israel together according to prophecy.
Precepts. Isaiah 11 and 13 says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Yeah, that's right, man. Because we're brothers.
Yeah.
We're brothers, man. You know, there ain't gonna be no envying like that. You know, there ain't gonna be none of that, man. You know, all this evil eye towards your brother ain't gonna be that in the kingdom, man. Because we can keep it in laws, man. Okay, we're gonna be when you see your brother, you're gonna, you know, you see a man. If a man from Judah goes to a town in Ephraim, you know, he's gonna be invited into the house.
Yeah.
Cook for him. You know, look after, make sure he's looked after, and you know, and that's how it's gonna be, man. Because that is brotherly love. That's part of that nation coming together. You know, niggas ain't gonna do that, man. You know, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna think, how am I gonna rob that guy, man? You know, and that's the laws basically broke us down, and that's why a lot of people. That's why they get surprised when they come to the camp, because all they deal with is 2/3 Jake out there, and then they come and see real men, Israelites, and they're like, oh shit, because they've forgotten the way. People don't know what, because we're mourning, we're under wicked rulership, man.
Yeah.
We're under this devil, so they forgot. Yo, what is actually real men, righteous rulership, man? What is that? You know, what is that? They don't know what that is, man. So these people look down on us, but you know what? The day's coming, man. Can we finish off on the scripture? Because I ain't got my pocket for the 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Unless you had unless you had something else.
Yeah, I was gonna get wisdom 5 as well.
Get that first, and then
okay, cool. So wisdom 5 from the top says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Are you want to go into that?
No, go on.
That's basically, you know, we're standing out there on the streets, getting on Esau, right? In front of, it says, in front of those, with great boldness, in front of those that have made no account of his labors, and they don't make no account of your labor, right? You know, you have a Jake who'll work hard. He'll be the one driving the team. But then, as always, you know, the little Edomite that comes in after him that doesn't drive the team, you know, he's going to have a high position. Or even if it's from before, you know, you see that you got a Jake who's actually making shit run, but no one's taking any account for it.
And they'll tell him, they'll offer him a gift, man. They'll bring him into the boardroom, the meeting, ask him for his good ideas, and then fuck him off.
Yeah.
You know, once that's because he's a thief.
Yeah.
He can't come up with nothing like that. He's gonna take it from Jake.
Yeah.
You know, because we got the inspiration.
Yeah.
From on high, man.
I believe basically
goes back to the spirit. Yeah, that's right. And that's what it is, man. The Lord's dealing with his people, even on a certain level. That's why Jake's out there. Even the most fucked up Jake is still stronger, faster, smarter, better. You know, because we got the spirit, man.
Yeah.
You know.
It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangers of their salvation. Right, because the Lord's going to come back in what the white man has labeled UFOs. Right, which really are the chariots of Israel, the chariots of God. Right, it says so far beyond all that they looked for. And then it goes on to say, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves.
The national teeth.
Yeah, so there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
That's right.
Right, so this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. That's Jake. That's Jake all over. He's just Jake to these heathen, not just niggas, and that's it. They won't amount to anything, right? And if they do become a CEO, then they're a nigga CEO. Bro, if they do become rich, they're just a rich nigga.
You know what's beautiful about that? You know, like when we watch certain movies or whatever, the hero is always brought down to the low, and he goes away, then he'll come back, and he'll just decimate the enemies. And it's kind of like the Lord's done a beautiful thing, because what he's done is really, he's brought us down to such a point where no one's gonna see it coming. You know, no one's gonna see the underdog. And this is the classic ultimate underdog story. It's from the scriptures, man.
That's right. That's where they got it from, man.
That's it.
Right. It says, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. Like we say, just niggas. What the fuck?
You're the chosen of God.
Yeah. It says, how is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth.
Our people don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
you tell our people, you're the chosen of God. You're a Jamaican man. Or West Africa. You know, look, man, we're telling you you're chosen of God, man.
Which is what it says Ezekiel 3 or 4. Is it Ezekiel 3? You know, had the Lord sent us these heathen, they'll be like, what's this going on?
Oh, yeah, right.
Right, so
well, even the so-called white man, when they comes up, where am I on the sign?
yeah.
These heathens, they come up, they want to know, they want to be saved.
Yeah.
They're coming up like, save me.
Yeah.
Where am I on the sign?
Mm-hmm.
Jake coming up like,
yeah, they're the ones who need the most saving.
You hard-headed man. I'm gonna get pissed off, man. It
says, therefore have we erred from the way of the truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined on us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves on the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Right? I like this bit. It says, what hath pride profited us? Or what hath good riches with our vaunting brought us? Right? It's basically saying, look, man, all these things that these heathen nations have amassed by putting us into slavery, by doing it, what's it gonna mean? It ain't gonna mean shit.
it's gonna come back.
Look at America, built off of the backs of slavery, off the genocide of our brothers Gad and Reuben. But what's America gonna come to?
No.
Nothing.
It's gonna come to nothing, man.
Inhabited only by desert creatures, man.
We're gonna get all that, man. We're gonna steal all that wealth that these Rothschilds are moving from America down to Europe, yeah? We're gonna get all that, man.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna get all that, man. Your bolts, your golds, the lands.
And it's nice because you're collecting it all up into nice places for us so we can just go in and take it, man.
Oh, what up?
What did you want in 2nd Ezra?
6 and 9, bro, for sure.
2nd Ezra 6, verse 9.
And this scripture the bro is going to bring out, man. You know, it's beautiful scripture to round this up because we're in the time of the end. And we're under the captivity of the so-called white man, which is Esau. So this scripture is going to basically lay down what's coming next, man. You know, through the elect. They're going on.
Right, it says, for Esau is the end of the world.
So the Esau is the end of this age right now that we're in. They're gone.
Yep. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's right, man. The beginning of it that followeth is the kingdom of heaven. You know, when the Lord comes back, Yahushua, world England, he calls Jesus Christ. When he comes back with those chariots that the Bible was talking about, he's going to come down. He's going to basically whip these nations into shape, man. He's going to destroy them, put them under subjection, and then get them to the position where we're in.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna build them up how we like. We're gonna put them through the hardcore slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, after 1,000 years, these heathen nations, they're gonna get whatever they're getting according to the lot that the Lord gave them, the inheritance. And so-called white man, we don't need them no more.
Yeah.
Once you bought up our walls, boy, we're gonna get rid of you, man. You know, and you know that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So this guy, that's why in Wisdom 5 that the brother was bringing out, they're looking at us like, what the fuck? But hey, man, when the Lord comes back, things are about to change, man. And the Lord's coming back soon as well. You see them prophecies popping off, man.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, anything you want to add, brother?
Yeah, you said
Can't, you know? So without him, you know, again, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone teaching us this word, man. You know? With that, Shalom.